Hi guys, my name is Shafraz Rahim. I am joining here for the second time through Sustainable Education Foundation, led by Akshika and his team. So today I was asked to do a session on another product that we have at Dialogue, as you might have heard and you might not have heard. But anyways, it's my duty today to inform you about a new cool product that we have called ISayYouDo.io. So this particular session will have two sessions. First segment where I'll be talking to you about what this product is about, and then I'll dig deep to you in about what exactly that you can do with ISayYouDo.io, and finally we'll go on to a Q&A session. මම මේ සෙෂන් එක කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා ෆේසස් තුනකින්. එක ෆේස් එකකින් කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ මොකක්ද මේ ISayYouDo කියලා කියන්නේ, ISayYouDo.io කියලා කියන්නේ, සහ ඊට පස්සේ මම කතා කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා ISayYouDo.io එක භාවිතා කරලා ඔයාලට මොනවද කරගන්න පුළුවන්, ලංකාවේ ඔයාලට මොනවද කරගන්න පුළුවන් කියන එක අඳුනලා දෙන්න. සහ අවසාන වශයෙන් මම හිතනවා ඔයාලා ගොඩකට ප්‍රශ්න ගොඩක් තිබ්බා මේ සම්බන්ධයෙන්, ISayYouDo සම්බන්ධයෙන්. අපි බලමු ඒ හැම දෙයකම අපිට උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. Okay, now to start off with the whole conversation, I would like if you can ask a lot of questions from me so I can answer you. So that will be much more interactive and I will be able to answer your questions so that you will get into the product discussion. So ISayYouDo is the version 2, basically the version 2 of IdeaMart. The week before that I mentioned to you that ISayYouDo is about not ISayYouDo, IdeaMart is about where we have exposed the telco network features through a API management platform so that people who are outside there can make use of these particular telco APIs such as SMS, LBS, USSD, charging, easy cash. Those can be used and they can have those embedded into their platform or maybe their application. So now we were talking about only telco based services, right? So what we want to do is, and what we have seen is that there's more potential that we can cater and there's more potential that we can capture. So in order to do that, we saw that there's a potential there where we can capture the web related technologies or web APIs and also the services, etc. And also we have seen there's an emergence of emerging set of technologies by using these machines, where these machines are becoming so intelligent, and we see that the emergence of IoT, Internet of Things. So what we want to do is now we have the telco where we know the business of, where we in Sri Lanka we have been the pioneer in telco based service creation by using API management, and we know the game, how it happens. So what we want to do was, okay, how can we get these telco services along with web services and IoT services mashing up together, converging up all this together and build new types of services. How can we do that? While we were doing that, we have a visionary set of senior management at Dialogue who provide guidance and come up with various types of new cool stuff which happens at Dialogue. So while we were talking about that, we came up with this idea called by then it was called a different name. So why don't we create an engine where people could mash up all these three types of services together? So that was in a nutshell, what ISayYouDo does is that is basically a lifestyle service creation engine which would enable a developer or a service provider to build their own digital services by mashing up IoT, telco and web related technologies, where receiving one trigger you can activate one or multiple triggers. Okay, so let me repeat that again. What ISayYouDo is about. ISayYouDo is basically a platform or an engine which enables you to build applications by connecting telco, web and IoT, converging those together, so build new type of a digital service where the digital service will be acting upon one action and taking sort of create sort of spinning out one or more activities. So I'll tell you in an example as well how it will happen. So now let's take for an example. Now if you want to say for an example, now if you're not at home, yeah, if you're not at home and sometimes you forget to turn off your light, or maybe you forget to turn off your iron, right? So in a situation like that, what if you can do now, say while you're leaving home, what if there's a mechanism when you are leaving, the home system, automation system is knowledgeable enough to know, okay, I need to switch off the light because my house owner is leaving the house. Or maybe I should inform this guy that, hey, look, dude, you have forgotten to turn off your light. Something like that. If you can do that. So based on trigger, what's the trigger or the activity? Trigger is you leaving home. What's the action or the activity, set of activities that we want to take place? If you leave home, the connected devices should sense it and say, hey, look, you are leaving home and you have forgotten to turn off your light or maybe your iron. So in order to do that, you see that there's a gap, right? You are leaving the home and you need to take place that information or communication part of saying, hey, look, you have not switched off your light. So there's a gap that we want to bridge, is to connect or to sort of get users to talk to your to a system, and also the bulbs to talk to one of the systems. So that's the example that I could give in terms of ISayYouDo. So you might be wondering, okay, you have like a fancy name, ISayYouDo.io. What is this all about? ISayYouDo.io. So ISayYouDo.io is basically when user goes to www.ISayYouDo.io, the user is me, right? I am myself. I am the user. Say to the system, I say to the system, you have to do it. I say, you do. I tell the system is an input, you do is an output, okay, or an execution. So that's what we want to do with ISayYouDo.io. So basically, unlike a few of the products that we have, ISayYouDo is basically an engine which is global. It's actually, since it's global, because sometimes you might create an application or a service which is not related to telco. Yeah, if it's not telco, if it's not in Sri Lankan, you can take it in the market to other countries as well. So not a problem. So this is a completely global system, and also similar to IdeaMart. What we are trying to do is we are trying to make it a revenue share model where you build an application and you deploy with ISayYouDo. Whatever the digital service that you create, you deploy to ISayYouDo. Once you deploy that to ISayYouDo, what happens is that you should be able to get some money out of it, maybe. So maybe you can add people to pay a premium price for some of the services. Now, say for an example, let's take the same example again. Now you have a service where it will tell you, inform you if you have not switched off your light. Simple as that. We are talking about current. We are talking about money. If you inform that to the what we call the creator, or not the creator, the person who's consuming it, which means that by knowing it, that person can reduce the light bill. Obvious, yeah. So which means that provides you a convenience. There can be a convenience fee where you get a revenue share out of that, so that you can live a really good life. Anyways, so what we want to do is now, by using ISayYouDo.io, we thought we want to revolutionize how people create all these digital services. Now we have, if you go to www.ISayYouDo.io, and if you can see the banner over here, you can see that there's a URL. There's the URL down here, which is www.ISayYouDo.io. If you go there, you actually can visit the site and see what type of services are available with ISayYouDo.io. Basically, you will see getting, say, filtering up CNN news and sending out to your mobile number, or maybe to a what we call separate what we call to a separate email, etc. So I want you guys to join with me, because unlike the previous ones, what we want to do is we actually want to do some activity here. Okay, so I think you guys will join with me. So I would like to kindly request you guys to go to www.ISayYouDo.io now with me. So let's go to www.ISayYouDo.io. So I'm also going there. Okay, so I'm there now. So if you are already in ISayYouDo.io, sort of like what I can do is I'll mention the link in the video. Yeah, so I have mentioned the link in case if you want to access the website, in case if you didn't see the URL. So if you go to ISayYouDo.io, you see there's a very cool responsive website over here, and you'll see that there's a link for developers and about contact terms and conditions. If you go to developers, if you want to sign up yourself as a developer, you obviously can do that without an issue. So I would encourage you guys to do that as well. But before that, let's go to ISayYouDo.io, and it says how it works. You can go there if you want to, but for the moment I will skip the intro. Yeah, so once I'm there, you will see a very pretty cool type of an interface, very friendly interface, which has hotel offers, Huawei window sensors, disaster alerts, medical alerts, etc, etc, etc. But these are very normal type of services. Yeah, so just go a little bit down below, then you will see, okay, it has top jobs, it has DTV, it has reminder, and it has panic button and pick me also. So these guys are doing something with this. Yeah, it seems to be these guys are doing something with this. So let's take DTV as an example. What is this all about? And before that, there's a specific name that we tell to one of these boxes that you see over here. Is called as a say box. We call that as a say box, where you go and tell your the things that you want to say, or maybe ඔයාගේ දුක නැත්තම් ඔයාට මොකක්ද වෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා ඔයා මේ say box එක හරහා තමයි කරන්න කියන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. So now let me go down a little bit, and if you go to DTV, yeah, if you go to DTV and click there, you'll get a pop-up screen. You'll get a pop-up screen where you'll have to enter your mobile number. So let me enter my mobile number. This obviously needs to be a dialog number, by the way. Yeah, so I got the pop-up to my phone. I'll say okay, thank you, done. Cool. So now I have logged into the system. I think you guys are also following my steps. If you have any questions, you can ask during the Q&A session. So yeah, now let me go inside the DTV part. So in case if you can't find where DTV is, there's a search bar on to your top right hand corner. So you can type it there, and now it says okay, wow, it's pretty cool. Something is important. Now say today's schedule contains, now say what's the program that you want to have. Say I would say Game of Thrones. Okay, and maybe I can set up and say okay, between these times let me know what are the programs available which has Game of Thrones, and ending time this 19, 14, and then once you click OK, that will take you to SMS and email. Yeah, So what you can do is you can click on SMS. If you want to receive a alert about it, I'll say 77 my number and enter and say click OK. And you might have got a pop-up which says do box created. This is pretty cool, right? Sometimes we tend to forget the schedules of DTV, which sometimes we tend to forget. So in a situation like that, what if we have like a convenient way? Obviously we have a very convenient way, which is if you come to www.ISayYouDo.io, and if you search for DTV and say, hey look, these are the programs that I want to get informed about, this is the time range, inform me. Pretty simple. Yeah, so you won't forget. By the way, if you are wondering if these services are free of charge, yes, these services are free of charge for the moment. And these are not services which the developer has monetized. These services actually from Dialog provided for you guys, so you can go and try it out for free of charge without any fear. So moving back, you would see another cool say box called Pick Me. So I won't be going inside there, but let me explain to you the concept behind this. Now there are a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people who actually doesn't know how to use a mobile phone, a smartphone actually, and there are people who actually like elderly guys who actually doesn't know actually how to use a sort of open up what we call open up a app and order or Pick Me. So in situation like that, what if we can give someone a button, a smart button, generally a physical button? If they want to be picked up from their home, let's press it. What if that call can reach to Pick Me's end, and Pick Me says, hey look sir, you have, or sir or madam, you have ordered a Pick Me. Would that be fantastic? How many of you, how many of me, how many of myself have times that we had to order a Pick Me's for our moms or dads? How many of you have done? We all have done sometimes. Yeah. So in a situation like that, if we can give them a button, say look mama, if you want to order a Pick Me, just press this button so that you will get a call. Obviously you can do this with ISayYouDo.io, and only thing that you'll need is a button that we have created at Dialog. And if you are interested in getting a button, a smart button from Dialog, we can provide you one. Just let us know. You can drop an email to developer@ISayYouDo.io so that we can contact you and give you a button, a smart button where you can play around with. It's pretty cool stuff, similar to our weather station as well. So weather station also, which we have onboarded into ISayYouDo.io. So what's the trigger that you are getting from Pick Me is a pressing of a button. What's the action that you're going to take place? You either send out a taxi or make a call. Yeah, pretty simple stuff that you can do. So that's pretty much it about ISayYouDo.io, but we have really high engagements for ISayYouDo.io. So you guys can be a part of the program and you can build all these say boxes, the cool boxes that you see. And obviously we are open for your comments. We have only about say 60 plus say boxes here, and we are planning to run a hackathon for say box creation for ISayYouDo.io. You can join that as well. We'll be posting about those information. But most importantly, go through this website, and we would encourage you guys to go and give us your feedback in terms of the services that you think that we need to include here. One of the classic examples, or one of the classic what we call use case is that now say everyone has a problem of we not knowing if you have reached a certain limit of data usage, right? හිතන්න බලන්න ඔයාලා යූස් කරලා තියෙන 1 GB data. ඔයා දන්නේ නැහැ තාම මගේ GB කොච්චරක් ඉතුරු වෙලා තියෙනවද? ඔයා app එකක් අරගෙන ඊට පස්සේ බලලා සෑහෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ. ඔයාට ඒ වගේ වෙලාවක පුළුවන් නම් ISayYouDo එකෙන් widget එකක් හදලා තියෙනවා. නැත්නම් save box හදලා තියෙනවනේ ඒක subscribe වෙන්න පුළුවන්. කියන්න පුළුවන් මේ මගේ mobile number එකේ මෙච්චර data ප්‍රමාණයකට reach වුණාට පස්සේ මට SMS එකක් එවන්න. එහෙම කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් මෙහෙම දෙයක් කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. හිතන්නකෝ බලන්න ඔයාට ඕනේ දැන් මගේ data ප්‍රමාණය a certain limit එකට එනවා 1 GB reach වෙනවා 1 GB reach වෙනා නැත්තම් මගේ limit එක exceed වෙන්න යනකොට මම කියනවා මගේ mobile bill එකට මගේ ගාන add කරලා මට තව 1 GB හදලා දෙන්න කියලා. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? Or say if you are close by to a Dialog arcade and if Dialog can remind you, hey look, there's a pending payment that you want to do, or maybe your limit that you have set වාගේ credit limit එක ගානකට ආවට පස්සේ අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් නම් ඔයාට rule එකක් හදලා අපේ ISayYouDo.io එකේ rule එකක් හදලා කියන්න පුළුවන් නම් hey look ඔයාට මෙන්න මෙහිමයි මේ මොනවාද credit limit එක exceed වෙන්න ළඟයි මෙන්න මෙතන dialog එකක් තියෙනවා දැන් මම ගිහලා reload එකක් දාගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. Yeah, so this is an amazing platform that we have, because based on one activity or one trigger we can execute one or multiple triggers. The activity can come from a user, it can come from user's mobile phone, it can come from another device, or it can come from different types of sources, telco, non-telco, web, IoT, anything. And when you want to execute that, you can make it a telco, non-telco, web, or IoT. Completely fine. You can do that. So that's pretty much it about ISayYouDo. This is actually we launched it at Google I/O, and now this is in production. People who actually wants to go and create different types of services, we are ready to help you out. So that's all about ISayYouDo.io. And I would highly recommend and I will encourage all the developers who are watching this video and all the developers and service providers who will be watching this video in the future to come and create these services. And if you are keen on creating a different type of a service and to monetize, obviously if you want to monetize, you have the capability to do that through our platform, and we have provided that. You can create services and earn money, not a problem. As similar to IdeaMart model, we'll have the revenue shares going on. You will have the reporting that you can check out as well. And we are actually ready to go live. And this is the very first time a telco has created such a platform to get people to build up different types of services. So now let's move on to the question and answer session. If you guys live now, you can ask questions. So now the first question has come from Sustainable Education Foundation. That's from the team who's handling the page. So what are the future plans on this platform? So very soon you will see the very first soon plan execution that would see is the change of the UI that you would see here, where we'll have the capability of to see. Now if you go to ISayYouDo.io, for the moment you will have to put your arrow key, actually the mouse pointer on top of a box to get a tooltip. Unlike doing that, what we want to do is we can actually want to make it more easy for people to sort of get an understanding of what's happening. So you will see that in next couple of weeks our development team is working for this, so you get an idea. And the second phase is actually we want to give, so already we have a connection between our Dialog IoT and our Dialog IoT, which is the Dialog Smart Life portal, and our ISayYouDo.io portal as well. So if you guys onboard any sort of device into ISayYouDo.io, you can build services as well by using IoT based services. And now so in order to sort of create these services, you will have to log into these services, you will have to create all these services. And most importantly, what we want to do is we want to get people to access mobile devices capabilities. In order to do that, we'll obviously have to have a mobile app. So you will see that coming, you will see a mobile app coming for ISayYouDo.io, where people as in developers will be able to create services based on GPS, gyro, and many more features which is inside a mobile phone. So those are few things that we have, and there's another plan that we want to do is we are planning to launch in few of the regions, in few of the regions of the world as well. So let's see how it will go. So that's everything is in the pipeline. We anyways the product is global, and if you can see, unlike idmr.lk, we have ISayYouDo.io. We want to keep that hype of startups and new type of cool services. So I would say those are three things that we have immediately upcoming for the platform as future plans. The rest we'll talk about in another session about ISayYouDo. And can I create say boxes for my own IoT devices? Yes, Anuda is asking that question. So now, yes, you obviously can create a service for one of our IoT devices. Let me take you back back to the point that I emphasized is that now anyways there's a connection between ISayYouDo.io and Dialog's IoT platform is the Dialog Smart Life platform. Through Dialog IoT Smart Life platform, what we have provided is that if you have a different type of a device, you can onboard that by using our IoT platform. Once you onboard that platform through an API, you will be able to access this device to ISayYouDo, and all this information is available in developer portal. And in case if you want more information or a tutorial, we have uploaded those as well. ISayYouDo, how to create your first ISayYouDo, Saybox, etc. Now once you have the APIs, you can access those inside your program, and then you can build the service so that you can create own say boxes for your own devices. But it's up to you to decide whether you want to make it publicly available, the device to be whether your device is publicly accessible for people who are outside there. Let me take an example. Now Dialog is in the process of a visionary process of deploying thousands of weather stations. Not thousands for the moment, we have hundreds of weather stations across Sri Lanka. Small devices, if you have seen in one of our posts also, we have said you can get a IoT kit free of charge from us. So these type of devices, say if you build your own device type of service, what we call own type of service or device, and if you want to provide a service to people who are within your community, or maybe in your city, or maybe in your country, you obviously can open that up and provide a service so that those guys can be benefited. Let's take an example. If you are a person who is living in the river banks of Kalaniya River, and you have a water level sensor where it would say what's the water level, current water level. If you are facing some sort of a flood situation, what if people who's around the area can be benefited by using your device? So you can do that by onboarding that to Dialog's IoT platform, and from there consuming that inside ISayYouDo as a say box. From that say box, what you will do is you provide a service to anyone who's outside there can be benefited. And Samilan is asking, අපි register කරන්නේ කොහොමද? register කරන්න Samilan register කරන්න ක්‍රම දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එකක් තමයි මම හරියටම දන්නේ නැහැ. සමත් ඊට කලින් පොඩි දෙයක් තියෙනවා. සමත් කියනවා mirror එක පොඩ්ඩක් turn off mirror mode on your mobile. Yeah, Samat, I'll try to do something about it. So yeah, අපි කොහොමද register කරන්නේ කොහොමද? register කරන්න හරි ලේසි. register කරන්න එක ක්‍රමයක් තමයි ඔයාට කරන්න පුළුවන් ISayYouDo.io එකට ගිහිල්ලා ISayYouDo.io එකට ගිහිල්ලා ඔයාට developer කෙනෙක් විදිහට register වෙන්න ඕන නම් උඩ තියෙනවා link එකක් for developers කියලා. for developers එකට ගිහිල්ලා ඉවරලා ඔයාට පුළුවන් එතනින් register වෙන්න ඔයාව developer කෙනෙක් විදියට. නැත්තම් ඔයාට ඒ එක්කම ඔයාට ඕනේ මේ දැන්ට තියෙන services consume කරන්න. consume කරන්න ඕනේ නම් ඔයාට මොකද කරන්න පුළුවන්? ඔයාට පුළුවන් ISayYouDo.io එකට ගිහිල්ලා skip intro කියලා අපේ page එකේම තියෙනවා. skip intro එක skip කරලා නැත්තම් URL එකේම /home කියලා ගහලා ඔයාට එතනට ගිහිල්ලා login වෙන්න පුළුවන් dialog connection එකක් හරහා. හැබැයි ඔයාට එතනදී dialog කියන්නේ ඔයා developer කෙනෙක් වෙන විදිහට register වෙනවා නම් ඔයාට specifically dialog number එකක් තිබීම අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. හැබැයි ඔයා මේ service එකක් consume කරනවා නම් ඔයාට dialog number එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. So Anuda is asking another question. Is ISayYouDo free for the consumer? Yes, it's free for the consumer. The service, most of the services which are available is free for the consumers, for people to use those services. But if anyone who would want to create a premium type of service, obviously they can do that by using ISayYouDo as well, where we'll have a revenue share model going on for that. Yeah, so yeah, I think those are the questions that I have for the moment, it seems. Let me check if we have more questions. Yeah, Manuja have said hello. Hi Manuja, good to see you here. Yeah, and a few more things that I want to mention you is that with ISayYouDo.io, now if you guys are an enterprise, so what you can do is if you guys are an enterprise, you can have one of these services as a tenant at your workplace, where you can decide whether you want to go ahead and have a enterprise version of ISayYouDo, inside where you have expose all these services, create services based on one trigger, you activate multiple triggers. How you want to do that, we can help you with that as well. And also, if you are a non-developer, we are actually in the process of making your life easy and to build services by yourself without a developer's intervention. We are in the process of building that capability as well in to the developer portal, so that there won't be hassle of building up new types of services. And also to start off with, similar to IdeaMart, every single service that we have at IdeaMart, the platform services, no initial cost at all. Only things that you would want to have is a dialog number, because if you want to check it out in the service that you have created, you'll have to go and check it out in ISayYouDo. So in order to log in, we'll have to have a dialog number. But other than that, no initial investment, not at all. You can go and try this out, and you can fail. We'll be happy to help you out as always. And if you have any queries, there's another group named, let me post that for you guys, hold on. There's a group called ISayYouDo Developers, powered by IdeaMart. If you go there, you actually can see the discussions that we have already had about ISayYouDo. So you can go and check it out there and leave your comments. And if you are a developer, if you have any sort of problems, we'll be happy to answer through that portal. And let me post that link here, the Facebook groups link. So it's up now. You guys can go and join the group. Yeah, so I have posted that. And also we have 2 more emails as well. If you are a developer, we have developer@ISayYouDo.io. Let me post it up that as well, the 2 emails. Developer@ISayYouDo.io. .io, and if you want to have like a normal conversation about a generic question, you can drop an email to info@ISayYouDo.io. Yeah, so you see the email addresses as well. If you need any help, we can support you. Just come and ask for help, so we can help you out. So one more before wrapping up my session, I would like to show you guys something. So this is kind of going viral these days. This is the IO. If you can see, this is the IoT weather kit of Dialog. So hold on. Yeah. So this is the IoT weather kit of Dialog. So if you guys are interested to try this out, we actually have spread this across few guys, so who can actually get some get their hands dirty with this. So basically, this is one of the one of the ambitious projects that we have at Dialog, is try to bring much weather information as possible through this particular small gadget that you see over here. This is a custom made, Sri Lankan made. We call this as the Idea board of IdeaMart, the version 1 of it. You guys can get hold of this, and this is free of charge. We want to get much information as possible, so that if you can remember, the devastation happened for the second time through flood. We don't want that to happen again. So we want to help all the responsible people with the data and with the high-tech technologies that we have at Dialog and Sri Lanka as well. So we want to help people out with this. And Chamal, yes, Chamal is asking a question, a quick one. So let me answer that. Yeah. Sorry guys, there's some problem of the mirroring of the situation, because initially it was from the other side, now it's in the other side. I don't know what has happened. So sorry about that. So Chamal, to answer your question, where can I find a tutorial on developing a SayBox? You have a tutorial in YouTube. Let me get let me post that up for you as well. That's done by our one of our very own developer, Sanjeev, who has done this tutorial for us. SayBox, ISayYouDo SayBox, the tutorial. We have that. So let me get that link, post it up for you. Yeah, so let me post it up for you here. Yeah, so you have the tutorial as well, in case if you want to build a SayBox. And yeah, it seems like pretty much it. And if you have any questions, don't worry, we'll be happy to help you out in terms of ISayYouDo. So ISayYouDo, again, in a nutshell, is a lifestyle or an engine which would enable you to build build digital services by mashing up telco, web and IoT. Bring those together, and by getting one trigger, you can you can activate one or multiple activities. So you might have a lot of questions, you might have a lot of ideas, really good ideas. If you have any questions or ideas, please do not hesitate to write to us, post it up in our groups so that we can answer you guys, and also keep some really great ideas along with you, because we are planning out ISayYouDo hackathon next month. So join that. submit your best idea that you have, because this time the winner would get something surprising, so which we are looking forward to. And yeah, along with that, I would like to conclude the session for today, and let's meet up with another session, which will be talking about something interesting, which done by a Sri Lankan company, truly Sri Lankan products, making history in the world. Until we see again, have a great week, and take care of yourself. Thank you.